at Mendello Park for our practice day for the LZ World Tour. You can see all the other drivers have arrived. Today is basically a day for everyone to get comfortable in their new whip because pretty much half the drivers here are driving cars for the very first time, myself included. So if you guys haven't seen my last video, we do a full walk around on the SR powered Miata or MX-5 that I'm going to be competing in this weekend. I'm really excited. I never have dabbled with the Miata chassis. I'm really excited to experience that for the first time and SR power for the very first time. So today is all about getting comfortable and figuring out what that car can do.
Det var på väg hem, det var mörkt och dimmigt. Jag gick förbi kyrkan och jag kände mig iakttagen. Inte på dig. Jag försökte skicka tankar till dig. Jag försökte ringa dig. Men du svarade inte. Så jag fortsatte gå.
Back here with me for this weekend. I worked with Wayne last year here with the C6 Corvette. Really quick recap on this machine. This is Josh from Drift Games, SR powered MX-5 Miata. It mates probably around like 380 wheel from what I'm told. I got a sequential in here as well. So this is a 5-speed sequential. Inline hydro. This thing is really light. It's about 1,000 kilos. Track is about to be hot. I'm gonna go get in my race suit and get on track.
Are you filming?
You're in my shop, bro.
Get
you're
out
in
of
my
the way.
shop. Look who it is. Dang, you're back in a, you're in a Z?
Don't do that.
Dude, you're gonna shred in this thing.
Z with FDF.
Let's go. Let's go. Rudnick is in a Miata. My fellow Miata gang, what's up?
Ready to go. Oh yeah,
I'm new.
MX-5 as well. Are you ready for it?
I hope I'm ready. I've never drifted Miata ever. Miata gang, send
Miata
it.
gang, let's go.
Men du svarade inte.
finally on the struggle bus. I haven't felt this bad in a car in a really long time. Going into this corner here, that downshift kept tripping me up, and I just never felt fluid in the car. I really just was staying out there, trying to get more and more comfortable. I think at the end, I ended up getting maybe 1 lap where things sort of came together. You even see right there, you know, I almost went for the hydro when I was meaning to shift up, so I think, you know, right-hand drive had maybe something to do with it. I was just not getting the hang of it. Yeah, my movements are twitchy, my wheel work is like constantly just all over the place, and it was not looking pretty at all. Finally though, going into this next lap was probably the first lap I did that didn't feel like complete junk. It was just finally starting to get a little bit more confident in what this chassis would do. Quick pit stop, got some new tires on. I'm actually running a different compound that's less grippy, so we're running slightly less pressure to start, and we moved the seat back about 1 inch, so it's definitely going to be a lot easier to get into. And now my elbow isn't getting stopped before I reach for this. I stop here, and you can still see that I have to do this like wraparound thing. It's not too bad. It's way better than it was before, so hopefully that'll help with shifting and flow. Oh my gosh, it's like monsooning out of nowhere. I'm seeing all the car. I feel so bad. This car is getting drenched. Ah! I think we're still gonna run like this. No, it's supposed to be very Hey y'all, it's the next day. Yeah, yesterday was really, really rough. The car was finally starting to feel better in the dry, and it immediately started sprinkling, and then there was just a massive downpour. And I couldn't drive the car. I spent over an hour trying to get a single lap around the track. I couldn't do it. Came back in multiple times, made a bunch of changes, went back out, immediate spin out. Grant was actually having the same issue with his car, and a bunch of people were struggling on that tire compound, but like this was beyond struggling. That was probably the hardest car I've ever had to drive in the wet. At the end of that practice session, I just gave up. I was like, I literally don't know what to do. I'm quitting drifting. Like I was so emotionally destroyed by this car and frustrated. So I did end up filming much more yesterday, and I just ended the day like, I would never trust someone to drive with me in that car, ever. At the end of the day, we found out that there was actually a sway bar in the rear on full stiff and no front sway bar. So that's pretty much like the opposite setup that you would want on a car. And that car has actually never been driven on a street tire compound. So that current setup was made for like a really, really grippy tire. Fast forward to today, we do have some practice, but we are trying to get a front sway bar on the car and disconnect the rear bar. No rear bar, especially with how rainy it's supposed to be today. Today we are planning to have a completely different setup, and Adam is convinced that that is going to make it feel like I'm driving a completely different car, brand new. So I'm trying to remain hopeful, I'm trying to remain optimistic that that is the case, and we will see how these next few laps go. About to go out on track for practice that we have today. We only have one practice session, so if I'm gonna drive this car, I need to figure it out right now. They ended up just disconnecting the bar in the rear, and we realized that we can't put a front bar on because with the engine swapped and where everything is, there's just not room for it. Even in my 3-rotor RX-7, we had to make a custom front bar for the chassis just because of the swap, a normal one wouldn't fit. So at least we have the rear bar disconnected, and I have a different street tire that I'm going to be testing out as well. Fingers crossed this car feels completely different, because of course the rain is already here. It's hard to tell, but the track is definitely going to be slick, and yeah, I need to figure this car out. So like no one's really fully set this car up yet, and I feel bad because this is a fun event, but I am so frustrated. I am so beyond frustrated that I'm just not enjoying myself, and I'm going to be driving frustrated. And yeah, I would not want anyone to be chasing me with me behind the wheel of this car how it is now. Yeah, it's frustrating. Yep, we're back here. Ended up just deciding not to drive this weekend. It was a really tough call to make. We just don't have enough time to safely set that car up. There's just not enough pros to outweigh the cons of continuing to struggle with that car in a competition environment. It went from being completely, absolutely undrivable yesterday to being better today, but still nowhere near where it needed to be, and I am just struggling, and it's not good. It's a really tough call to make because I do want to drive. I want to drive really badly, but that's just not it. So I'm just gonna be hanging out this weekend and enjoying the show. That is it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, cheering, here we go. Yep.